Good morning, coaches. This is your wake up call. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. I'm going to give everybody just 10 seconds to jump. That was groovy, wasn't it? Happy Monday. It is November 14th, and I am so excited for this call today. But before we jump into recognition and our feature speaker, have you guys seen Darren O'Lean's new show on Shakeology? It's called Down to Earth, and I don't know about you guys, but I spied Shakeology in it. Has anyone seen it? Have you watched it? If you have not, it's on Netflix, and Darren O'Lean, in case you don't know, is our co-founder of Shakeology, our co-creator of Shakeology. Well, look at it, see if you can find the Shakeology in that show also. It's in the first episode. I feel like there's no better placement than product placement when it's real. We know that he really actually drinks it. All right, so let's get this show on the road. I'm going to pass it over to Mr. Fantastic, Darren Ashby. What's up? Happy Monday.
Good morning. Happy Monday to you, Keyshawn.
Thank you. All right, take it over.
All right. Good morning, coaches. Let's jump in because we got Dr. Mariah in the house today. It's going to be amazing. Let's get to our recognition now with our newest Diamond coaches this week. Congratulations to Karen Bedard, Francine Bargeron, Morgan Blaschke, Peggy Clausen, Mariah Cole, Emmanuel Galipo, Heather Greason, Emily Huel-Clues, Cesar A. Perez, Leslie Shipper, Nina Spinola, Vincent Tafaro, and Kent Ward. Those are your newest Diamond coaches this week. Congratulations, guys. Now we're jumping new Star Diamond coaches, and we're going to two-star Diamond coach. Here they are. Congratulations to Lauren Bondi and Andrienne Morin from Canada. And coaches, we have a new 3-star Diamond coach. Congratulations to Shannon Swinsko. Way to go, Shannon. All right. That is your recognition this morning, short and sweet. Congratulations to everyone on the call. Don't forget to make it a fantastic week, everyone. And let's kick it back to Keyshawn for some amazing announcements. Here she is, Keyshawn.
Thank you, Darren. Have a great rest of your day. Congratulations to all of those coaches and those teams that were represented this week for advancing your business forward. It's exciting every single week to hear those names. All right, I have the top 3 announcements for you this week, things that you can focus on. But remember that all of these focuses can be found in the Coach Breaking News section of your coach office. If you are unfamiliar with how to get there, here is a little reminder, but it's just at the bottom when you go to your office in the home screen. The first of the 3 announcements is all about Sure Thing. Today is a big day in the world of Sure Thing. Sure Thing is our December 6th launch for coaches and preferred customers, our December 20th VIP early access and customer launch with Megan Davies. I'm so excited for this. But today, the sample workout went live. So now you can try and you can share the sample workout with people who have been excited, who are getting ready to do this program and to do it with you perhaps. And also we had this morning, a couple hours ago, a live sample workout on the body stage. It's available on demand. So if you missed it live, you can always go back and replay it. And I think that that's always a great way for you to, one, introduce your people to Sure Thing and to Megan and the workout, but also to begin to introduce them to body and the body setup. So make sure that you at least go check that out. And also today starts our Champions Page training week. So we have a really great week planned filled with training from some of your top coaches, people who have gone through the program. Megan's going to be all up and through the page. And we're actually going to be kicking it off today at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 4 p.m. Eastern Time. I won't calculate what it is in UK. I apologize. But it's happening at 1. So calculate it, convert it to your time zone. 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We are going to be live with Megan Davies. This is a call that you can invite your team to. Make it a team event. You can invite your prospects to. You can invite anybody to this call, because it's really a call where we're introducing Megan. We're going to get a little bit into her background, but how and why Sure Thing was created, and just who it's for, and some of the health esteem that you can begin to get from starting and completing Sure Thing. So I would love to see you on live. Here is the link to join. Again, it's 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 4 p.m. Eastern Time today. That's the 14th of November, and the Vimeo link is below. Invite your people to it. The next announcement that I have for you is all about chocolate caramel brownie Shakeology. That is our limited edition Shakeology favorite flavor for the winter, and we just launched it a few days ago. And y'all, whoo, bring me somebody's mama, because I'm about to smack them. It is so good. Okay. Let me tell you, I tried it as a shake first. Delicious. And then I was like, well, let me play around with some of our desserts. We've been talking a lot about eat more dessert. There's recipes in your back office under the Shakeology tab. And so I made a little pudding. Just add a little water, a little bit at a time, mix it up. And then I put just a touch of Himalayan salt. Ooh! Okay. I won't belabor that, but there are a few packets left. Don't miss out on getting to taste this limited edition flavor of Shakeology. The FAQ to learn more about it is 4983. Okay, the third and final announcement, speaking of Shakeology, is all about you plus 3 people in Disney World. Do I have any Disney fanatics around here? All right, so I'm going to read this really quick. Making healthy choices have never tasted better. So you can say yes to dessert and the superfoods, and it's going to feel good and taste good all at the same time. So this is the contest. This is our Eat More Dessert Shakeology contest. You create a fun dessert recipe, real, using a Shakeology flavor of your choice. Then you're going to post on your Instagram and tag at Shakeology and at Beachbody, and use the hashtag contest, hashtag eat more dessert. Follow Shakeology, follow Beachbody. Don't use any music, by the way, because we want you to win. We want to set you up for success, so don't use any music. And one winner will be chosen. The prize for this contest, for this real contest, using what you drink every single day, Shakeology, is a trip to Disney World for you plus 3 guests. The contest it started on the 11th, so just a few days ago, and it runs through December 5th. So start creating your reels now. Make sure you tag at Shakeology. Make sure you tag at Beachbody. And I'm looking forward to seeing all of the reels and hearing who the winner of that Disney trip is going to be. All right, that is it for your announcements, y'all. Again, be sure that you visit your Coach Breaking News section of your Coach office for not only those announcements, but some more announcements that we have for you this week. All right, let's get started with our featured speaker. Has anyone ever been told, like, your energy is contagious? You're making me feel good. You make me smile. I know that that's happened a few times. And according to a Yale review, there is mounting evidence that shows that behavior of peers has a significant influence on an individual's energy. Meaning energy is contagious. Your energy truly is contagious. And I'm sure you've heard somewhere in your coaching journey that if you are excited about what you're doing and that you're just sharing that excitement is contagious. And so you'll often hear coaches who say, make sure you're excited about it. Make sure if you're not excited about it, go find something that you are excited about, program-wise, nutrition-wise. And the reason is, according to that Yale review, it's all contagious. So how do we make feeling good contagious so that we can help others feel good too? Well, that is what our featured speaker is going to talk all about today. She is a 7-star diamond from Seattle, Washington, a wife and a mom of 2. Please help me welcome to the call, Dr. Mariah White.
What up, girl? How are you?
I'm so good. I'm so happy that you're here. Welcome to the Wake Up Call.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm happy to be here. I'm excited.
Well, listen, I am exceptionally excited about this topic, especially because I started doing that research and reading all those studies about how this is an actual proven thing. So before we jump into how we can feel good and how we can help other people feel good too, can you just take us back? Like, how did you get started with Beachbody?
Yeah. Well, hello, good morning, happy Monday. I am Dr. Mariah White, and I am a passionate tiny human healer and a fired up coach. I'm a mom of two, like she said, to my beautiful daughter, Bianca, and bonus daughter, Alicia, and partners to my beautiful wife, Lee. The life I have now is vastly different than when I started. I was in a completely different space. I was a completely different woman. I became a coach almost 7 years ago, and I will never forget that day that I finally made the choice to be happy again. At the time, I was finding my footing after leaving my college volleyball career, finishing school, and new to a marriage. I was overweight, overworked, and I struggled with self-worth. And I was struggling with depression. I had so many childhood traumas that I was carrying, and I had to overcome abandonment, homelessness, and finally felt like I was in a chapter that was supposed to be easy. But really, I was a Mariah who was broken. I was struggling with life. I went from a confident college athlete using athletics to heal my childhood and trying to find a purpose in life. But for me, healing back then meant working, constantly on this high achievers hamster wheel, trying to prove my worth to anyone who would listen. Obviously now knowing that that was not healthy. So I found myself struggling, working tirelessly at the bedside as a registered nurse. I was giving all that I could to my patients, all that I had to help them. But what many didn't realize was the reason why I was at work so much is I was struggling in a domestically violent marriage. And at the time, I was burdened every day with having to face the reality that I called life. I remember spending so much time on social media looking at the life of other people, asking those horrid comparison questions. Why not me? Why can't I? Why me? And I stumbled on my sponsor's post, and I kept wondering and questioning, could I do that? Would that work for me? Whatever. But every time she messaged me, I combated her with, I'm an athlete. I don't need accountability. I don't need a community. But the truth is, I was lying to myself, because in that season, in that marriage, in that space, I was barely holding on. I was exhausted, I was hopeless, and I was bone tired. Those of you who know, you know, bone tired. I remember sitting in my closet, holding my husband at the time's handgun with every intention of taking my life. I was fighting daily to feel like I mattered or that I even belonged in this world. And for me, that's why this moment matters so much. I remember in that moment sitting on the floor, back when notifications lived on our phone, and I saw the message, the one invite, that one final invite that my sponsor coach sent me that reminded me that someone found promise and purpose in my life. I always knew I was made for more, but I was so down and I was questioning it. But in that moment, it gave me permission to take a second chance that I had been granted. I choose to be 6 feet above instead of 6 feet below. And come December 15th, that will have been my 7-year anniversary. That happened 7 years ago, and I have never looked back since. I dove headfirst into this opportunity and community with $176 in my bank account, and I had no idea what Beachbody or even Shakeology was. But I knew that I wanted to feel good. I knew how I felt making the decision and how I knew I could help people who were potentially in the same space feel good too. So I shared it. I shared my meal prep. I shared my excitement to start a journey. I shared my accountability group. I shared everything that I was doing. And I invited everyone to join me. I had lost 35 pounds in 60 days back with hammer and chisel, and that was just the beginning. And that passion to share, along with hard work, skills, diligence, and effort, turned into a 7-star diamond business, fully diverse, elite, and premier team, Team Bold and Beautiful. I gained the courage to reclaim my life, and I left that marriage. I went on to earn my doctorate degree. I passionately care for kids at a top children's hospital here in Seattle. I found the love of my life. We recently moved from Phoenix to Seattle, bought our home, and I have the life now that I prayed for. One with choices, one with making memories. That one invite changed my life and saved my life.
Whew. Oh my goodness, Mariah, your story is so incredibly inspiring for so many reasons. But one that really stuck up is just how bone tired you were, and just how you were at that point, that rock bottom, for a lack of better terms. And I know that there are so many people who may still feel that way right now, or may feel too far gone to start, too far gone to say yes and just move. Even if it's a seemingly insignificant move, they feel too far gone, too rock bottom to get started. And so that's probably one of the most inspiring pieces that I took from your story that you just shared, that you just started, you were at this place. So it's like, no matter where you are today, you can get back on track. You can begin the process of feeling good. No matter where you are, no matter where you are, you can begin the process to begin to feel good again, or to feel good like how you've envisioned to feel good, if it's not in type of thing. And you can begin to help others do the same. So let's jump in, because I know that you have a few tips for us. How do we go about, especially coming from your story of feeling good again? What are some of the tangible tips that you can share for people?
Yeah, guys, I think the biggest thing in that is understanding where you are and giving yourself grace. And my mentor, Trina Gray, coined this term of being a CEO to self. And over the last 7 years, I've realized that that holds true, and that there are 4 specific things that I can do to feel really good. Okay. So, number 1, fitness, right? It's the basis of what we do. We have this incredible platform called Body and Bod, now known as Body, that's going to merge together. We have this incredible innovation of body blocks coming. We have Sure Thing launching. We have all of these things. And sometimes with all of the things, you can get stuck, right? You can have this analysis paralysis. You can feel like you don't really know what you're doing, or how to turn, or how to function. The biggest thing is, I want you to really focus. These 4 things are about being a CEO to yourself, about feeling good yourself. I need you to figure out why you work out. I need you to figure out why you work out, and work out for you. Think of the different seasons you've gone through, and that you're having, and that you're currently in. What workout best matches that? I love Dallas. She has an incredible program. Lee runs all the time. You're not going to find this girl outside running. Something's wrong. I'm being chased, or just in a really bad space. I'm not a runner, but you will see me hanging out with heavy weights, doing lift more, doing all of those things, because that's what I need. That's what I need to feel really good. Don't get trapped in this, I need to do this and I need to do this because that's what's launching. Sometimes it's just about you. Your goals that you set in fitness, you have to be working for you. And I want to say this. I want you to do it not for a before and after, or a test group, or because Autumn says you can find 30 minutes or 2% in your day, which is very true. I want you to work out based on what season you're in, what challenge you need to overcome, and find a workout that fits that. I was recently talking with one of my new coaches, and she told me about one of the trainers that actually came over from OpenFit. And I realized to myself that there's so many workouts out there that I need to learn more about and do, but that she found one that was not what we were doing in our group, but that worked for her and fit what she needed. And that's exactly what we need to focus on. The second thing is our nutrition. Listen, guys, we have some incredible resources. We have the 2B Mindset, we have Ultimate Portion Fix, we have Gut Protocol. You need to find your staple. You need to find what works for you. I know that when my nutrition is off, I don't feel good. I don't sleep good. I know that if I need to chug my first thing or use my last thing, I know when my body is off. I know when my mindset is off. And for me, one of the staples that I use to reset myself is the Ultimate Reset. It's 21 days. It really hones in on my nutrition. It makes me feel good. Now, for those coaches in Canada and the UK that don't have access to that, maybe it's just 30 days of superfood Shakeology. Maybe it's replacing that dirty energy for clean energy and just feeling good about what you're putting in your body. It's incorporating things, not just for a Disney World trip, but also that's awesome, but doing it because it feels good, incorporating more Shakeology desserts into your diet. It's going to make an impact. You have got to understand that you need some type of compass reset and find something that works best for you. The third thing is personal development. Now, anyone who's in my orbit also knows I say, stop glorifying dumb PD. Don't do stupid PD. And I don't mean it in a negative way. I just mean it in a way that don't read PD that doesn't fit your life. Read PD as if it was therapy. Read PD that's going to help fuel you. If you're currently going through a divorce, please don't read a business book. If you're currently in this season of change, please don't dive into something that means nothing to it. When you're sitting there and you're like really struggling to get off the couch, please don't go find a PD book that makes you lean into that even more. You can find PD for everything, but you need to find PD that's really going to help you. Remember, PD, personal development, it's personal to you. For me, I had a recent revelation. I'm in a season of hard right now. And I was sitting there and I found myself in a closet again. I don't know what it is with closets, but I find myself in there. I think it's because I have a 3-year-old and an 8-year-old, and that's the only place I can be safe. But I was sitting there on the floor and I just lost it in a way of like, I just needed to get that emotional release out. And I remember all of the personal development that came back to me. And I remember that everything is figure outable because I am a badass. And although the season is hard, for me, I can stand up and brave the wilderness. I understand I am the girl on fire and that I'm mastering my inner mean girl every single day and that it's going to be okay because I am more than enough. And in that moment, it was so different than the moment 7 years ago. I was able to stand back up and feel so good because I remembered all of the different personal developments in all of the different seasons that helped me. So guys, I'm sure you recognize most of those titles if you've been in this space for a really long time, but personal development is the thing that is going to radically change your life. The workouts will help you live a better lifestyle. Nutritions like Shakeology, the staples will help you feel your absolute best. But personal development changes who you are at the core of who you are to embrace yourself in all of the different versions as you evolve. I think the biggest thing about that is realizing that Beachbody isn't just a multi-level marketing company or side hustle to me. And I think if you think about it, it's not like that to you either. It's so much bigger than that. It has to be. We have these tools that we get to use every single day in all seasons of life to help you feel good and to be the CEO to yourself. You get to have bigger dreams and goals, and you get to do that like your life depends on it because that's your job. So I want you to embrace the power of body, formerly Beachbody, in your own life and live the life you deserve and the life that you dream of. And the last thing is the community. Listen, I think it was last year, KK came to speak to us. She works with Tony Robbins, and she talked about one thing that I have always carried with me and hold on to. It's creating a piping hot community and being a leader that sets that tone. I know when I lean into my community, I am my best self. I cannot be a lone ranger in this. When I am secluded and find myself hiding underneath a rock, I'm not my best self for my kids, my wife, my family, or my team. But when I lean into my team, when I lean into my community, I'm so much better. This is where you might have to really analyze where you are right now. Do you need to recommit to them? Do you need to reach out to them? Do you need to send them a message and say, hey, I've been in a bad space. I fell off the wagon. Do this with me. Let's do this together. Let's dive into this healthy obsession body block. Let's dive into the sure thing. What is it that you need to feel good within your community? Because I know that when I surround myself with incredible people, I feel better. Guys, Lacey Green, our new super train, like, holy cow, energy, her smile, her life. It's not just the woot woot that makes you feel good. It's her attitude. And it's the people that she surrounds herself with and the positivity that she has. That is what's going to make a difference. And that is how you are going to feel good. Dive into those 4 things for yourself. And then we can work on helping other people feel good.
Wow. I am just over here taking notes and listening so intently, because it's not that you're talking about this kind of toxic positivity way of approaching feeling good.
Yeah.
It's very much so that life is going to happen. There will be ebbs and flows. And so when you are pursuing and being intentional about living the life you deserve or that you dream of, knowing that there will be the ebbs and flows, and knowing that you can use those 4 things that you just shared to get yourself back in that place of feeling good again. And I think that that is such a great reminder for anyone, no matter how long you've been in this business, or how long you've been doing body programs, that you have the power right now. If you're not feeling good, if you are not feeling like yourself, if you have begun to stray away from living that life that you've imagined for yourself, you have the decision right now, even though life is happening. It's not that life is going to stop happening once you start these things, doing these things, is that you're going to begin to feel better about where you're at. And so that's just so good. And that first level of leadership, that self-leadership and being the CEO of self, is also such a great reminder. So, Dr. Mariah, with that first most important part of all of this feeling good, it's us. We have to be generously selfish. We have to be a little selfish so that we can be more generous. How do we go from that to then beginning to help other people feel good?
Yeah, that's a great question. And again, energy is contagious. Energy is contagious. We talked about it with the Yale article. So how do you really help other people feel good? You have to first understand that you have to take care of yourself, right? We just talked about that. Because when you take care of yourself, you're a better person, you're a happier person, you're excited, you are constantly assessing and reassessing. I think that that's the biggest thing. Guys, I don't know if you saw, but our CEO, Carl Deichler, literally put up a post yesterday. Even our CEO, everyone, needs to focus on health esteem. They need to feel good too. And it starts with you. It starts with how you feel, because you have to bring it home. You have to hold on to that. Now, the next thing is, you don't always have to be on. You don't always have to be on. And that's why I share Carl's post. It was very vulnerable, and he talked about how he needed health esteem. It's okay to be honest. I think whenever we're off, I'm off, I really lean into my community and I send them a message when I'm ready. And I just say, hey guys, I need the accountability. Jump on my virtual gym with me if you need it to. Or I just am like, hey guys, I'm really struggling in this season. Send prayers. Don't really have to open up a whole lot. I use a lot of text message threads and things like that to bring people in. But I always lead with authenticity and being honest about that. Don't feel like because you are the leader or you are helping other people that you always have to be on. Because just like Keyshawn said, life happens and life can be hard sometimes, but it's the ability to be honest, one with yourself and then with the people that you brought on. I think it's okay to be a masterpiece and a work in progress at the same exact time. I think it's really okay to just be very vulnerable with the people that we bring into this space and let them know that you're human too. Because I think a lot of times people lose that or there's a disconnect. I think the biggest thing that I do to help people feel good is one, focus on myself so that I make sure that my kids are the healthiest and happiest, focus on that for my relationship. And with my people, I put them in a text thread. Now, I know that can seem really overwhelming, whether you're a day 1 coach or day 550 coach, I don't know. Find a space, whether that's a text message thread, a message thread, an email chain, whatever it is, to bring people in. And here's why. They started not just because of Body and the incredible tools, but they started to be with you. And I'm going to let that sit for a second. They started to be with you. So no matter if you have 2 customers or 2,000 customers, figure out a way to connect with them. Even now, 7 years later, anyone I bring into my space gets a text message thread. They get to have me and they make sure that they feel good. The next thing that I do with them is I get them on a call. I figure out why they're here. And I've talked about this before, but I go 7 levels deep into their why. Not their fluffy why, their real why. I figure out how they're motivated and what they're motivated by. And I take that why and I take how they're motivated. And whenever they fall off track, which we all do, I send them their why. I send them how they told me they wanted to be motivated. I literally have had coaches that I have taken a screenshot from their page of their kids because I knew that that was their why. And I said, hey, here's a picture. I know these are your whys. I haven't seen you in a couple weeks. I hope you're doing okay. Lean back into the community. I'm always here for you. Most of the time, that's the gut punch that they needed. I also know that that's how they want to be motivated. And I help them figure it out. Because when they feel good, I know their families feel good, and then they're out helping other people feel good. I hold them accountable. I help them understand their why. I think that's the biggest thing about feeling good is understanding that we are all in different seasons of our life. And the biggest blessing that Body is a place where everyone can come together on a singular mission of helping other people live healthy, happy, fulfilling lives, and knowing that we get to handpick incredible people to do that alongside with. So why not feel good and help other people feel good and then continue to bring other people in to feel good? That's our mission. Carl talks about it all the time, and it's one of the reasons why I'm still here. Guys, people come and go all the time. I've been here for 7 years. It happens. But I have never once questioned or looked for, I don't even know where it is. I don't even know where the cancellation button is. I've never thought about it. Why? Because I know that my Energize makes me feel good. My Shakeology makes me feel good. I do the things within Body that make me feel good. And I turned into a lifer. That's what we need to focus on. We need to find other people that want to be lifers and then help them fall in love with what Body is. That's how you feel good and help other people feel good too.
I'm just over here, like what you're saying, you have to make sure you go to the comments after this call. But what you are saying is resonating with so many people. I mean, Katie is like, that's the gut punch that I needed right now. And I think that is the gut punch that we all needed right now, Katie. So Dr. Mariah, we just appreciate you so much for going so deep into this topic and equipping us with things that we can do for ourselves. And also when remembering that when we do that for ourselves, it actually positions us better to be able to help other people. So I know that you've said this a little bit already, but just to kind of wrap this up, maybe you can finish by answering, how has making this conscious, intentional effort of feeling good impacted your life and health esteem?
Oh, that's a good question. Without getting emotional, it changed everything. When I am intentional about feeling good, I continue to combat mental health. And when I feel good, when I focus on these 4 things for myself, I'm the best mom. I'm the best partner. I'm the best provider out in the hospital. I am my best me. And when I focus on all aspects of health esteem, which is the community, the mindset, the fitness, and the nutrition, I am my best self. And when I focus on that, I'm able to help my team and my community so much better. And I think I go back to my starting story. I talked about it a little bit, but guys, I started back when it was still DVDs. I had to wait 7 to 10 business days for that box of Hammer and Chisel and Shakeology to land on my doorstep. But what I don't talk about a whole lot is before that box landed on my doorstep, I had already helped 6 people. And you're like, well, Mariah, you said you never did Beachbody, you never drank Shakeology. I didn't even really have exposure to it. I knew who Tony Horton was and I knew who Shaun T was, but I had never done it. But I knew, based on the results that I had seen, the transformations that I had seen, and the feeling that I got by clicking onto a Total Solution Challenge pack, that I knew that I was going to feel good again. And you could not stop me. All I wanted to do was help other people feel good. And that is still why I'm here today, 7 years later. My passion in this business, the reason why I dig my heels in deep, even in seasons of hard, is because I know that this company is radically changing people's life, because it changed mine. My kids have a better mom. My Lee has a better partner. The woman I was 7 years ago in that closet, I don't even know who she is. I recognize her because she was me, right? But I'm a radically different human being. And I am forever grateful for Body and what it's done for me and my family.
Yes! Mic freaking drop. Dr. Mariah, thank you so much. Like, I feel like I don't have enough thank yous just for joining us today and for sharing so passionately, like only you can do, on this topic. So we appreciate you, and we'll take you out the call and we'll wrap this up. Thank you so much.
Bye.
All right, y'all. This was a great call. You'll have to make sure that you tag your coaches to listen to this. Of course, it will be available on the playback in just a few moments. But this call is one that you should go back to and listen, even as an individual. If you're new and you feel like you're not in a place to begin to help other people feel good, or maybe you're tenured, you've been doing this and a lot of life has happened since you started and today, and you're like, I don't know how to get back to that place. It starts with you. It starts with using those tips that Dr. Mariah shared today. So I encourage you, no, I challenge you to begin to be more conscious in your intentionality and going back to those 4 things, those simple 4 things that she shared, and begin to put yourself in the position to feel good. Because when you do, just like that Yelp review said, it becomes contagious. And so when you feel good, you're putting yourself in the position to help even more people feel good too. And isn't that what health esteem is all about? Y'all, I hope that you got something from today. We will see you all next week. And we just want you to have a fantastic, intentional week. See you guys.